who we see as one of us determine whose pain will let into our hearts, right? And that's where we say be human to everyone. You see everyone as a part of you, because when it comes to humanity, we're all the same. We'll trade all our, we'll do all our check. We'll find our way to God. We all proceed from God. When it comes to humanity, we are all the same. So if you see everyone as a part of you, then you'll be willing to share people's pain, and you'll be open to love somebody, right? And it's loving within what you can afford, within your means. All of this, and we're not saying that you go and stretch yourself beyond what you can. God will never demand of you more than what you can give, right? Don't be deceived. I know on PPs they preach different funny messages. God Almighty will never ask of you more than what you can give. If you read your Bible from Genesis to Revelation, you never find someone giving what they cannot afford. God only requests of you out of what you have been blessed with, not what you have not been blessed with. And he's asking you to give of what you have been blessed with, not what you have not been blessed with. So we're talking about being a blessing here. We're saying be a blessing from what you have, not what you don't have, right? This is not a talk about being stupid. It's about being wise, being a blessing in a place of wisdom, showing love, true love, not deception, not make believe, right? Being a blessing in a way that you can still be a blessing tomorrow, not giving everything you have such that you can be a blessing tomorrow. Is sustainable blessing we're talking about. You're able to bless somebody today, but you still be a blessing tomorrow, be a blessing day after, and you are still blessed yourself, right? That's what we're talking about here, right? So empathy is cognitive and emotional. To inhabit another person's view of the world is to feel the world with them. So in love here is understanding one another. We're talking about love from an associative standpoint, not dissociative. Just being able to feel the pain someone else is feeling. Again, it's talking about rejoicing with those that rejoice, mourning with those that mourn. You're rejoicing with them as if you are going the same journey with them, right? You are associating with them. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Mikey C4. Good to have you here. It's just my book club I get to do here Sunday afternoon, and we're presently reading the book, The Amen Effect. It's our 7th book in doing this, and we're in our penultimate slide here. We'll soon round it up, but feel free to go through it. So my YouTube channel, be on my Facebook, and anything, feel free to put a comment or so on it also. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. So deep listening is an act of surrender, right? We risk being changed by what we hear. But key thing is having a listen here. If I'm mourning with someone that's mourning, I'm open to hear what the person has to say. And it's not as much as what I have to say in return, but it's as much as listening to the person, right? People go in and think that it's an opportunity to preach a message. It's an opportunity to convert the person. That's stupid. That's not mourning with somebody, right? Mourning with somebody is allowing that person to release, to breathe, to exhaust, is to vent. It's not what I have to say to the person. It's just being a conduit for that person to vent, right? That's what it means to mourn with somebody. It's not the time to preach a message. You saw Job's stupid friends. They thought it was the time to preach a message to Job, right? They stayed with him. They did it, the first part well, but then they felt it was time to preach a message to Job. They missed it in all that they said to Job. Why? Because they saw themselves as the righteous and Job was the unrighteous. Now, mourning with somebody is not the time to see the person that is mourning as being little and you being big, right? It's just a time to just be there with that person. You're trying to help that person. You're trying to be a blessing to that person. And part of that is allowing that person to vent. giving that person a shoulder to lean on, not to preach a message on the head of that person, right? So part of that is just listening to that person. Let that person talk. If there's a word for that person, fine. If there's no word, just be quiet. Just listen. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say anything. If your word will not make the situation better, don't say anything. Only say what will make the situation better, that will calm the person, that will soothe the pain. If you cannot say that, just be quiet. You're good quiet. You are saying a lot by being quiet. But if you have a word that will make the situation better, you can say it. Don't say stupid things like, oh, God needs an angel in heaven. I mean, those are fancy, stupid words, right? Don't make God the guilty party. God did not kill the person. God did not cause the pain, right? The pain has come. It has come. Don't give reasons that are not the reasons, right? Just be there for the person, help the person vent, help the person heal, right? Sometimes being human is forgiving, right? And forgiveness is not forgetting, right? Forgiveness is simply freedom from hate, all right? It's freedom from hate. It's releasing somebody, right? People have always talked about forgiveness as forgive and forget, as if you can just zap it, zap that memory off you. And that's where people have had difficulty, right? It's not the zapping, it's that whenever I remember it, I don't have hatred. I don't have a sense of wanting to kill that person, wanting to revenge, right? It's that when I remember, I can still love that person. I can come to a place where I can love that person, or at least surrender it to God. I am not actively wishing that person evil, right? The emotions of wanting to fight back are not active in my life. There's nothing wrong with remembering. When you remember, let it not control you. Be the one in control. So forgiving someone is a question of where the control is, and whether it's hatred that is ruling or it's love that is ruling. Forgetting is, you probably will never forget, because it probably has left a mark in your life. But what are you using that mark for? Yeah, is it making you better, or is it making you bitter? Is it controlling your life, or you are controlling it? That is where forgiveness comes. All right. So it's part of the healing process. You probably will not forget, but let it not control you. You need to have mastery over whatever event it is in your life. And as we close, the last part says the most critical part of listening is asking what is at stake for the other person. You try to understand what matters to them, not what you think matters. Sometimes you start to lose yourself in the story, and pretty much when you're mourning with someone, rejoicing with someone again, let the person hold the stage. It's not about you. When I come to rejoice with you for what is happening or taking place in your life, you give that person the benefit of the stage. Let it not be that you are using the opportunity to announce yourself. If something good has taken place in your life and I come to rejoice with you, it's not about me, it's about you. If something bad has happened in your life and I come to mourn with you, it's not about me, it's about you. You have to make that occasion about you, right? I have to either celebrate you or help you vent, give you a shoulder, to mourn on, and we can do that for one another, irrespective of who we meet. We can do that for that Samaritan we meet on the way that has no connection to us, that has nothing for us to gain from. We can be human to one another. We can make this world better by showing love to one another, not just to people we know, but to people we meet along our way, the pilgrims in our life, people that we can make a difference in their life, right? And you can do that. And this world is more connected than it has ever been, and that's the benefit. That's the beauty of social media. Social media is a good tool. It's a blessing from God. God created social media. It's a blessing, right? Unfortunately, it's being used as a curse because people are abusing its use, right? So with social media here, I can talk to my dear brother Mike here, my my two mics here. I can talk to Alio here, Jalo, and probably in different parts of the world, we can communicate together. I have people watching me here on my blog site. I have someone that comes in on YouTube, and we can do that because of the beauty of social media. We can do all of that, right? And we don't have to even know each other. I know I have a lot of people watching this that we've never met before, we probably never know, but we can be a blessing to one another. We can share our lives together. I can share things I know in my life that's blessing me. I can use that, to bless someone else. I can hear from you also. Feel free to drop a comment for me, whether it's on my Instagram feed, whether it's on my blog, whether it's on my YouTube, whether it's on Facebook. Feel free. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how this affects you, or something in your life I can learn from also. This is all about doing life together. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about being a blessing to one another. It's about sharing from my life. It's about hearing from your life. It's about making our life better.